The ring should be 3 times your salary. That I don't agree. The ring should be the one that the woman wants.
Dating nowadays is such a complicated subject. It feels like all the stars need to align in order for two people to develop and grow a healthy relationship. So what are some of these unspoken rules of dating? So I enlisted the help of some friends today to find out. So today I'm here with Munah, Zia-ul and Raushan. We all have different relationship statuses. So what do you guys think a first date should look like? Are there like some unspoken rules? You know, if he takes you to McDonald's, or would you take someone to McDonald's?
The gentleman, please.
He's been married for 6 years, so he's out of the game.
Exactly.
He doesn't know. He goes to McDonald's every
So let
Sunday.
me roll back the clocks to when I was in the game. It's not a matter of where. Like McDonald's is fine because maybe your first conversation with the other person was about a filet of fish, for example. So there's some significance to bringing that person to McDonald's. If you're lazy and then you just, McDonald's on the way, I shall go, then it becomes an issue. So it's more a matter of what's the significance of the place rather than the place itself.
I would be more uncomfortable if you bring me to like a super fancy place all of a sudden for the first date.
Pressure, right?
Yeah, so I think there's no minimum for me, but there's a maximum.
I don't know how I feel about McDonald's because first date, right, I want to kind of like dress up a little bit. I don't want it to be fancy because that's like you say a lot of pressure.
So Shake Shack
but
is
I
fine.
want the opportunity to like wear something nicer and not feel weird.
The first date doesn't need to be a meal. If it's a coffee catch-up, if I like the date, it's going well, I order a second coffee. Otherwise, one coffee, boom, I'm out.
If the guy is awful, you don't have to sit there for like 45 minutes and then finish the meal, you know. So then what do you think? Do you think that the guy should always pay?
The guy should pay, but that's more in a traditional sense where the guy is the one who's going to chill or instigate the date, right? If you invite someone to dinner, you should be picking up the bill as well.
My theory is this. If I pay, I don't owe her anything. We go on a date and you think that the date is trash. We go Dutch. You are going to tell your friends, wow, you still make me pay. $100 to save my reputation, it's okay.
Wait. What do you all think?
Okay, yes, that's a good point. Yes. So if I like the guy, I'll let him pay. If I don't like the guy, I'll insist to pay and I will pay.
Okay.
If I think we can be friends, we'll split. I think both sides should offer, just to be polite.
Yeah.
But I think it's a little bit more jarring if they don't offer.
Yes.
Even if you were intending to pay. It's not about the money, right?
I would always offer to pay. I think it's fair. It's the first time we're meeting each other. There shouldn't be an expectation of you to cover the whole thing.
So that little dance is important lah. When the bill comes, I got it. No, I got it. No, okay.
It feels like, okay, you want to try to have this okay, I'm involved as well. It's not like I expect you cover everything, you know? Like,
Are there any other ways that you could indicate like whether you're interested or not?
I would say it's body language. Stare at their eyes, type thing. I don't know.
not even look into the eyes and stare.
Keep the eye contact, stay interested and everything.
And I also feel conversationally, probably you're already making plans for your next outing if the first date is going well. It happens quite naturally. You lay the foundation for the second date, probably.
Actually, this is why if I like him, I let him pay. Because then I can be like, I'll get the next one.
Very clever.
So on the guy side-
you got a lot of tips and tricks.
I've been single for a long time. How's the first date stage, right? They're attractive, you like them, there's great conversation, you click. What are some things that will make you give that final stamp of, yes, this person can have long-term potential?
I would say values. Number one value that I look for now is the girl needs to be very hardworking. I mean, especially in today's climate, right? You can lose your jobs like that. Instead of sitting here and just like, oh, I'm so broke. I know I need to do something for myself and not depend on anyone else. Yeah, I want you to really just do something for yourself because when you sit down and you get bored, and you get so bored, right? You start finding problems. Even though your life is so good, right? You just fight to start. I come home 1 hour late, boom, let's fight, man, because you came home 1 hour late.
The person needs to have their own interests so they can occupy their time with that. Like, at least when you're doing your own thing, then you come back together, you have more things to talk about. This is why I wouldn't date someone who works in the same industry or same office as me because then my office conversations and my home conversations are going to be exactly the same.
I think that for me, it's financial compatibility. A lot of things in life that you want to do together cost money. There's also an upper limit. Like, I also can't be with somebody who expects to fly first class or suites everywhere because that's not what I would be able to afford.
I need someone who's independent. Like, what doesn't work for me is codependency. So I can't have someone who's like dependent on me financially or emotionally. Like, I need like that separation, and then we come together to, celebrate each other's little wins as well. So
I think that growth mindset is important. I know it seems like a very work or corporate term or something like that, but you essentially want to grow together, grow older together as well, right? So to her point, you want someone who's not stuck in their ways.
Like in a more long-term relationship, what's worth investing money in?
When I got married, I made the conscious decision to tell her, let me put it down to a plan. When she's 50, then cash out and then we enjoy together lah. You know what I mean? We can go on that. You know what I mean? You gotta have a plan.
So the money is technically for her, but at the end of the day is for the both of you.
Oh no, I realized I've just said it on camera.
So for me, I think it's experiences like travel is fun, or things that just make life easier, like vacuum cleaner.
So in a way, it's like when you've been together for a while, it's not about doing something to impress the other person. It's more like, what can we have together?
Yeah.
I'm not just impressing you now, but I'm safeguarding you for the future as well.
I think quite unique to the Singaporean context also is this sort of idea of comparing. Right? How would you feel if your partner is like, hey, my best friend's boyfriend is a banker? Like.
They feel the pressure to flaunt. Maybe that's why there's that comparison mindset, but it's a deal breaker for me. That level of happiness needs to come from within. If it's not XYZ, the banker, is going to be ABC, the, I don't know, lawyer, and then it's going to be, eventually it's going to be Lewis Hamilton, the F1 driver. Where does it end, right? You know what I mean? Yeah.
There's one thing that I would be okay with. Because I was thinking, what do girls compare about, right? And some women say, the ring should be 3 times your salary. That, I don't agree. The ring should be the one that the woman wants.
Deal is up for grabs.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen. I remember one of the most memorable gifts from my ex was a hot water bottle because I always get cramps. It cost him like $3, but I like treasured that thing.
And
Like,
mine was a vacuum cleaner because I really love to clean. Like I am obsessed with cleaning.
Exactly.
So he bought me a vacuum cleaner. I'm like, yes.
because it shows he knows you and he thought about you, not some generic thing some other girl would want.
Yeah.
Right, so I mean, what do you guys think about this kind of like spending habits in a relationship?
I think finances are a very, very difficult conversation in any marriage.
So because it's something that I will never dare to bring up. Never and will never ask a guy how much he makes. And I don't know, you're right, it's a very awkward topic.
I don't know if it applies to many people, but I know in my family, we grew up just not sharing anything about our finances. It's only on a need-to-know basis. But even like when I was young, like people ask me, how much do you have in your wallet? I'll be like, I cannot talk about it because I've just been like trained. I've just been trained to not share anything about money. So I think just now as an adult, I still feel very vulnerable and just very uncomfortable to talk about how much I earn, how much I have, unless it's really, really important.
So would you ask your partner how much they earn?
I will never ask how much you earn. I'll ask how much you can afford. If I marry you or if we are in this relationship together and we are working towards marriage, the house is going to cost us $500,000. Shared account will work. Okay, every month we put $1,000. Because I know you can afford $1,000. So your money is your money, then this is our money, so we work towards that lah.
But when you're in a marriage, then you have to almost show it all, right? I revealed my finances to her, she revealed hers to me, and then from there we built from there. Now it's quite an open conversation. Well, when we got married and bought the house, I don't want her to go to the HDB office and say, that's all your CPF, you know what I mean? Like it needs to be a planning, and there are various things that you need to plan for together once you're married, once you have that commitment of marriage. For example, having a kid. For example, if my mom gets sick and then we need finances for that. I think financial transparency is important, especially when you're married.
So actually, what do you feel like is the most important thing in a relationship?
I would say the number one thing is always communication. Everything has to be spoken about. And then expectations are set straight. Yeah, because if let's say you feel uncomfortable that your partner earns less, how does your partner know if you don't say it?
I hated having difficult conversations. When you have those difficult conversations, it's awkward. Once you bear the fruits of it, you feel like it's worth it.
Thanks so much for coming on the show, guys. It's been such an insightful and helpful conversation. The biggest thing I've learned is that, yes, money is important. It's a difficult topic and we do need to talk about it. But there are other things that are much more important than money. So thank you so much.
Thank
No
you.
worries. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
For more great adulting tips, subscribe to the Head Start newsletter. The link is in the description below. Bye!